Anybody else tired of fixing these stupid broken things? This mower has a broken deck spindle again for the umpteenth time. And I'm going to show you how to take it off without removing the mower deck. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention, your mower, this is back out so we can see what we're dealing with here, is going to have a plastic cover. And this one, as you can see, there's 3 little plastic tabs where the cover used to be. It's long gone. 2 of these bolts are broken. These 2 are not attached anymore to this thing, but the back one right there still is. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this air ratchet on. Hopefully get it on there. Yeah, everything's really seized. I'm going to have to use 2 hands, so hold on. The bolt was so seized that it actually just broke off, which is fine because this mower deck spindle is broken anyway. But now, sorry for the bad camera. So now that this is off, I can tip this out and I can get an impact gun on this nut to get the pulley off. Turn the power up a little. Okay. So now we got the nut and the pulley off. And we're just gonna you have to use 2 hands again, but I'm gonna just lift the mower deck up. In fact, I might be able to do it one-handed and pull that out of there. Now we're gonna take the blade off. So the broken off bolt, this ear and this ear, here's the ear that's still on. And there's it, you know, when I tried to undo it, it just broke off. But we still got to get these 2 out. So here's the broken ear is still attached under there, right there and right here. So I'm going to grab those with a pair of vice grips. I'm going to reach under here with vice grips and get a hold of those to hold them. And then I'm gonna unscrew and take off the 2 broken ears. Now the 2 ears are off. Here's one still in the vice grips. Here's the other broken piece. This used to be on there. And also when you take that off, there's this reinforcing ring right here that goes in between the deck and the spindle when you put the new spindle on. So make sure you don't leave that reinforcing ring off. Okay, I'm going to take the blade off now, and that's just a 9/16. So get that out of there, get that off. Another thing I do, so these bearings, I don't buy these with bearings, I just buy the bare housings because they're way cheaper to get them that way. And then if you buy them in bulk, like 5 or 10 at a time. But I keep the old spindles. Here's a broken one. The reason I keep them around is for the bearing that's in them. This one here has been on there a minute, and the bearing is, let's see if you can hear that, super dry. So I'm going to round up a bearing out of a different spindle that's in better shape. All right, so the bearing is in. There's 2 actually. There's one on the top and then this bottom one. And I found a couple nice ones that are quiet, so you don't have, you can hear there's no sound at all. Totally silent. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the blade back on. We got good bearings in the deck spindle, and I ended up reusing the blade because it's not bent. I just sharpened it, but it's got a bevel. Get an angle on that. There's a bevel here. And you want to make sure that this is the bevel, the edge is bent down basically. The spindles came with new bolts. Sometimes they don't, but these are just 5/16 coarse thread bolt, nothing special or fancy. I did is I put in this bolt loose in the back. Then that allows the spindle to drop down and tip out, which allows you to put the pulley on and get your, there's a washer, there's the washer, and then get the nut on there. So we're going to tighten that up. Now the pulley's on. Again, we just have one loose bolt back here in the back. That's what's allowing this to tip out so that the impact gun can still get on the socket. And now I'm just going to tip this up, right? And you can see the hole is lined up, and I'm going to put the other two bolts in, and then we'll tighten those. Before I tighten these up completely, I still got enough play in here that this thing's pretty loose, and it's tipped in a little bit, and that is going to make it a lot easier to slip the belt on. So now the belt's already on, and basically as soon as I tighten those 3 bolts, it's done. It's ready to rock and roll.